the way I abused alcohol. It was my fault. I chose to drink large quantities of alcohol so I can get the buzz that I want.
Don't stress, live life one day at a time. Don't drink or drugging, you'll be fine.
Welcome back to Staying Sober with Papa Joey. Today I'm going to kind of give my review of this Project 90 program that's been popping up on my Facebook feed. So let me play some of the advertisements for you.
Here at Alcohol Free Lifestyle, we help mostly entrepreneurs and executives to stop drinking. A lot of the folks who come to us say that they feel stuck, not just with their drinking, but in their marriage, in their career, in their health, and they're numbing themselves or they're sedating themselves from the pains of their life, and they're using alcohol. So they're using alcohol to sedate themselves. We have a 90-day stop drinking process. The University of Washington did a scientific study on it early 2023 and found there was a 98% reduction in drinking through our process.
Well, there you have it. The gentleman in the video, his name is James Swanwick. He's the creator of this Project 90. I guess it's been going around for about 10 years. Never heard about it. I never heard of it. 3 months ago, when it kept on popping up on my Facebook feed, started getting pretty annoyed with it. And some of his advertisements, of course, we're attacking AA. And then for me, when anybody starts attacking AA and they've got a program that they're selling, I normally don't even waste my time with them, because if you create something and you're damn proud of it, stand with your program and don't worry about anybody else. But if you start attacking other programs to try to make yours look really good, especially when the other one is free and it's helped millions of people, I just don't like it, to be honest with you. I'm the type of guy that if something starts to annoy me, I'm going to look into it. And that's what I did with this. I signed up. I wanted to get some more information, so I filled out the questionnaire online, and within 2 or 3 days, I got somebody calling me. Now, James himself, pretty interesting story. It turns out that he just used to drink 1 to 3 drinks a day, nothing big. And then, on the weekends, once in a while, he'd go and tie one on. A lot of social drinkers do that. I wouldn't say he was a heavy drinker, but he decided one day that it wasn't for him anymore. He didn't feel good when he had the drinks. He had gone to some festival. The next day he woke up feeling like crap because of the 2 drinks he had while he was there. He was at an IHOP having breakfast and decided he was going to make a change in his life. Great. Everybody does that. They look at themselves, they don't like where they're at, and they make some changes. I guess he put some weight on. He was a little foggy. He claims it because of his drinking. I don't see 1 or 2 drinks a day really making you foggy, but that's just me. I drink a hell of a lot more than 1 or 2 drinks. And yeah, I got foggy, but most of my life in my 20s was just daily hangovers. I got used to them. But anyways, and he realized that, he quit drinking and he felt pretty good, which is a great story, I guess. Nothing against him. But now he's going to go around and teach people how to get sober. Again, I don't think he had a drinking problem, from what I can tell. Maybe I missed something in his literature and when I heard him talk on a Zoom meeting, but he didn't seem like the type that had a problem with alcohol. So anyways, he creates this program and he markets it like it's something brand new. And they use neuroscience and NLP. Neuroscience and NLP, it's basically a person reframing their mind. And the best way to explain it is like what I did when I went into an AA room 30, almost 33 years ago. I knew going into AA, if I didn't make it a good thing for me, meaning Joey, quitting drinking is good, then I wouldn't have lasted if I went in with the attitude, oh man, I don't want to quit drinking. I don't want to quit drinking. I'm just going to go. And so people think, I'm giving it a shot. And then once all the crap settles down from my last drunk, I'm just going to, get back at it. Well, I knew that wasn't going to work for me. So I had to reprogram my thinking. Instead of thinking alcohol was something that I really wanted, really enjoyed, I had to start thinking alcohol is bad. Alcohol is no longer good for me, right? And it really is not the alcohol. It's the way I abused alcohol. It was my fault. I chose to drink large quantities of alcohol so I can get the buzz that I wanted. And because of that, I had troubles in my life. That simple. So when I walked into AA, I knew I had to think differently. That's all neuroscience and NLP is all about. So claiming that it's something new and unique is wrong. Another thing I didn't like about his promotion material, where he says he's got a 98% success rate. But if you listen carefully, it's about people reducing their alcohol intake, not quitting. Huge difference. You got a drinking problem? Like for me, when I walked into AA, it wasn't about cutting back on my drinking. I had to stop because I couldn't control my drinking like millions of other people. It was either all or nothing. Either I'm going to keep drinking or I'm going to stop drinking. But there was no cutting back. I already tried that, never worked. Basically, there were 150 people in this study. The average amount of drinks per week for each individual was like 19 drinks per week. So that's not even 3 drinks a day, right? And then after the study, it was only for 60 days. 93% said, yeah, they reduced their drinking. Now, I don't know if that meant, like, say, if they normally had 3 drinks a day, that they had 1 or maybe 2. I don't know. Another thing, they had to self-police themselves. There was nobody watching them. So I'm guessing they had to, send in an email. I had 1 drink last night, or I had 2 drinks last night. And at the end of the study, it came out saying, well, 93% of the people reduced their drinking. Okay. Again, they didn't quit. And even the study said at the end, it was only for 60 days. They have no idea what the long-term effect would be. So that tells me, who the hell knows? I mean, why even put that in your marketing? It means absolutely nothing to anybody unless you're creating a program to help people reduce their drinking or control their drinking, but they claim that's not what they're doing. So those 2 issues right off the bat, I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I signed up. I had 1 phone call with their salesperson, brief call, basically want to know if I'm drinking, how much I drink, and am I willing to, finally quit? Yeah. Want to know about, what type of business that I was in, because this is just for elite people that are, business owners, entrepreneurs. Basically, they wanted me to tell them, yeah, I got the money, I can pay you, because that's what they're looking at. Anytime you hear somebody say, well, we're catering to executives or business owners or business professionals, that means they want people with money. That's it, okay? So they're not about helping people. They're only interested in maybe helping somebody if they got money. So I played the game. The guy called me back. I had 1 call, second call, got more involved a little, and I finally said, hey, man, what's the cost? What's this thing going to cost me? So he kind of went into what there was 3 options that I could have. The first one is for 90 days. All right, and that first 90-day program, I had to commit to not drinking and then watching a video every day for 10 to 15 minutes. And 6 days a week, I think I got a coaching call. I was online with a coaching call. I don't think it was one-on-one. Then you got the community of people that you can hang out with. All right. Now for that, it was $15,000. Now, if I wanted the lighter version, which was only $6,000, I was able to go the 90 days, still, watch the videos, but you only get 4 coaching sessions that you can go to in limited time in the community. So I'm thinking to myself, are you kidding me? You're not going into a location or anything. You're sitting home looking at a computer. Where's the cost for letting somebody just go into a Zoom meeting? But anyways, again, it's all about money. So that's $6,000. Now the big deal, if you want a year, is $30,000. That's right, $30,000. You get the 90-day program where you get all the coaching calls, and then you get the community group. And then for 9 months, you get to go back into the community, I think, and maybe get on some Zoom meetings, whatever. I was just listening to this guy shaking my head going, there's really people doing this? So I told him I had to think about it, and I'd get back to him. And then usually every other day, how you doing? What you drinking? Are you ready to make the commitment? And then I went on, and then he sent me a link for a Zoom call that James was holding. So I went in, and James was there with some other people. And for about 20 minutes, he talked all about himself and what he did with his life, and showed some pictures of himself back in the day, showed a picture with him and Jennifer Aniston. It was all about him, which it felt a little creepy for me, because I could give a damn. If I was hurting, I could give a damn about that person. How are you going to help me? I don't care what you used to look like. I don't care who you had your arm around. That made no difference to me. How are you going to help me? That's what I want to know. Especially if you want me to give you 15 grand. What are you going to do to help me? Well, none of that was discussed. It was all about, they got this, the neuroscience, very, very unique, which I already told you it's not. Then they kept on saying, as the meeting went on, or the call, I should say, if you click on the link, you can set up with one of our counselors now and get you, ready to rock and roll. So it was just a 90-minute sales pitch, basically. No information about like any of the videos that you'll be watching, what type of videos are there, anything else that I needed to do. So it was kind of like, hey, just give me 15 grand, give me 6 grand, and then start heading to our website. So for me, of course, this is a big no. I mean, it's like, don't even think about it. And of course, some of the material that he sent me was, knocking AA. And the reason they knock AA, because it's successful. Millions of people have gotten sober at AA for free. This guy's charging thousands of dollars. Of course, you're going to knock your competition. Yeah, there were some good things about AA, some bad things about AA. So what? So what? If you're going to do 90 days, if you're going to commit to 90 days for a program like this, you could go to AA, because they always say your first day there, do a 90 and 90, which means go to 90 meetings in 90 days. Gives you enough time to clear your head and everything. Listen to some conversations with the people. See what happens. Give yourself 90 days. So if it was me, do I give somebody 15 grand or 6 grand for 90 days? Or do I go to my local AA and just sit back and listen to the people? And of course, he attacks AA about the type of people that go there and stuff. which is insulting because I met a lot of doctors, attorneys, um, stockbrokers, uh, people that own construction companies. They're building tracts of homes, commercial buildings. I mean, some people that have money, right? They walked in to an AA room and sat down and asked for help, men and women. There was a few people. I'm close to Patrick Air Force Base. A lot of military people, with the brass on them and everything, walked into AA and sat down and said, "Hey, man, I need some help. I need some help. Something, kind of crazy." So this nonsense about you got a business or you're an entrepreneur and that makes you something special. You don't want to hang out with, those people in AA. I find it laughable and also insulting. Again, if you're selling something, stand behind your product, say, "This is why I am damn good. And I don't care about the competition, but this is why I'm damn good." Put it all out there. On your website, if this guy listens to it, put exactly what you're doing. All right. Some samples of this neuroscience stuff, NLP that you're promoting. All right. Put the cost there so people get an idea what it is. If you're so proud of what you're doing, then put it out there. You can go to AA on their website, everything is there. Also, I believe AA has online meetings. I want to say they do because I think back in the day, I might have checked a few of them out. But, I would stay away from this program unless you got 15 grand to just throw away or 6 grand you want to throw away. Because the main thing, too, is like I said, after 90 days, then what? And somebody like James, who I don't really think he was a drinker, a heavy drinker, can't relate to somebody like me that drank. I'm sure he probably talked to counselors or, whoever works with him. I'm sure they have some people who went to school, and read books on, people who abused alcohol, but they haven't been through it. And that's what's great about AA, or if you decide to go to your church and if they got like a one-step program there, and there's people who actually went through it and they came out on the other side. That's what's the powerful thing of AA. Sitting home, looking at a computer screen, and watching a video for 10 to 15 minutes a day, you're cheating yourself if you really are serious about getting sober. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you're watching this and you're hurting, you want to stop drinking, please go to the nearest AA, tell them you need some help, and just listen. You're always welcome to email me. And if you need to talk to me, like I said, I'd be more than happy to, have a call with you. Never a charge or anything like that. But this is some serious shit. If you got a real bad drinking problem, don't take it lightly. And if you think just throwing money at it and sitting home, and checking out a Zoom meeting is going to, get you sober, I don't see it. Now, I hope it's worked for some people. He's been around for 10 years. Maybe some people have been successful, but I've never heard of this program until, recently. So, again, this is a big no for me. He seems like a nice guy, but if it came to my health and I really had to make a choice, I'm going to go to AA that's helped millions of people, and it's free. All you got to do is go with an open mind, check your ego at the door, sit there and listen, and follow some of the suggestions. If you do what I did, I didn't drink no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what. That got me through a lot of stuff, and it worked. Trust me. If you really need help, check out AA before you do anything else. You'll thank me. I'm not getting anything from AA. I would never want anything from AA. And when I first started my channel, I said, I'm not here to promote AA, but I was going to be honest. And I did on some of my other videos. There's stuff I didn't like about AA, and I've talked about that before. But in the last couple of years, seeing all this crap that's out there, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. And a lot of people have done it over the years. So that's my take on Project 90. For me, it's a no. The next time, don't drink or use no matter what. And no matter what means no matter.
Think about your serenity.